Well, here's an interesting thing. Casio Pocket Colour TV. Wow. From a long time ago. And yeah, I had this for years. It's really cool. So the aerial has been repurposed. This is analog TV, so it's completely useless for picking up TV now because there's no analog, it's all digital, which is a shame, but it is the march of progress, I suppose. Well, it is the march of progress. So let's have a look. Now this has a nasty little secret, this thing. I need to find a suitable box. One second. This has a nasty secret. If I do this, I'm going to turn this off actually. Let me show you. So if I just shield it, I'll have to turn the lights off. One second. If I do this, you can see the stuff there, stuff visible. So that's interesting. So what's that in there? That is actually not this. So how these things used to work is you had this high voltage module that would illuminate the tube. So there'd be a diffuser and this high voltage circuit with the inductor and some capacitors and transistors that would create high frequency and high voltage and illuminate this discharge tube there, and then through the diffuser provide the backlight. I'm not sure why that's got tape on. I think it's because the screws disappeared or it all exploded or something. I'm not quite sure what. It's a sad thing. Anyway, I'm pretty sure, as I recall, this used to be in here and it didn't work. There was a problem. So maybe it's a bit stuck there. Right, first things first, battery pack. Make sure there's no screws in there. I don't think there is. I don't think there's any screws in it at all. That's part of the problem. It's all about to explode. The screw's been removed in there previously. Oh, there's tape in there as well, and other bits of tape. Yeah, I've definitely been in there messing with it in the past, but I can't remember what. It's so long ago, I can't remember what happened. Did I put an LED in there? Ah, there's a clip down there. Oh dear. Be careful, I don't break that. Go into it from this angle. There, that's it. Right, so what is it? That is the question. What is it? Oh yeah. Hey! Now this is yeah, a classic. Look at that. I put bulbs on it. I draw bulbs on it. Okay. I forgot I'd done that, and tried to figure out some kind of diffusion thing. Let's have a look. Where's the switch? I think that might still be attached actually. No, it's not. Let's do that. Let's do the switch from the other side. Can't reach it. There you go. So that was the idea of trying to get it to work. Not sure that was the best idea. Okay, let's just kill that a minute. Ooh, no. Right. Are there 3 positions on there? No, just on off. Right, okay, that's interesting. Right, let's have a look at the voltage across. 4 volts. Yeah, I guess you'd expect that. The question now is, this was done right back in the day when white LEDs were not actually a thing, or at least they were very inefficient and very expensive if they were available. I wonder if the LCD's actually working. I guess the way of testing that is if I can find a decent light. Trying to think what I've got. I need I've got a ring light here that'd be perfect for it, but I need some kind of reasonably bright light that I can and diffuse the light with. Not sure. Maybe I should. Well, this is no good. I'm going to have to just get rid of this because that's not going to work. Oh dear, look at that. That's not good at all. I'm just going to cut that because we're not going to be able to get anywhere with that. So that's now on. So if I put that there and then move it up, I wonder whether we can actually see anything in there. There's something going on. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing that. I've got a much better light there. It might swamp it. It might just be too much. Maybe not. So let's do that out of the way so it doesn't get shorted out. Right, okay, that kind of works. So let me show you what's going on. There's a line. There should be a line. What's that one? That is channel calibration tuning. I mean, there's no aerial. Aerial is on that tuner, but that shouldn't matter. So that line there, you can make it move left and right. You see that line? It's difficult to see. That is the tuning line. That's basically wiping across the signal, the frequency, trying to pick up stations. There's something going on. Almost looks like a loose connection in there, doesn't it? So that if I do that again, you can see, hopefully see that. If I go to the right, see that line. I can just about see it. I mean, you probably can't see it on the camera. Slowly moving across, trying to get a signal. Interesting. I wonder if there's any sound. I'm not sure where the... oh, there's ones on the side. I'm not sure what they are. one is brightness and volume. So that one's the volume, and that one's the brightness. I'm not sure whether there's a contrast setting or anything like that. I can't remember, to be honest. Yeah, there's probably a loose contact somewhere in here, or maybe more than that, maybe worse than that. I don't know. Right, let's put the light back on. Let's switch this off for a second. Right, well, yeah, so definitely, so the backlight is trying to do things, but I'm not sure whether this, it almost looks like a dicky connection, and this shield is not actually buttoned up, which could be a problem. Some kind of weird sticky pad there, maybe it just holds it in place. It is moving around quite a lot, so I don't know what that means. There is also a variable resistor there. I'm not quite sure what that's for. It might actually tell us on the side of the case. Let's have a look. Adjust. Yeah, okay, so that's for their frequency adjust. And you've got an external antenna there, actually. I didn't spot that. Okay. Right, let's just chop the rest of that off because I'm not happy with that. And let's chop that off from there. I'm going to use that old tape just to insulate that. So that's the audio output, and there's nothing on. Is that audio? Yeah, so there's 6 volts input there. Brightness, volume, audio connector. If I button this up, where's the? I'm going to put this back on, this power switch back on, and we're just going to close it up for a second. Okay, and we'll turn it on. Ostensibly that's now on, but I can't hear anything from the internal speaker. I'm just going to try. Whoops, wait, steady. God damn it. I'm going to try a pair of headphones and see if there's anything. Maybe the internal speaker's knackered or something, I don't know, but it's worth a try. Yeah, there is something going on there. I can hear. Oh, yeah, there's actually, you can't hear it on here, it's very quiet. Yeah, there was something going on there, so that could, in theory, that could work. Interesting. So there's 4 volts across there, which is a bit weird because you think there'd be 6 volts, but there'll be a voltage drop across those bulbs. That's a classic bodge. That is. What was I thinking? Well, look, my 10-year-old self didn't know any better, and at least I gave it a go, I suppose. So this is the original thing for the backlight. So I think it went in like that, or possibly like that. I'm not sure which way around it would be. maybe like that, although that's a bit dicky if it's near metal. That's negative. Ah, so it probably was like that. So where's the positive come in? Interesting. Ah, it's on the side there. That's really weird. Oh no. I think they were both negatives there. Yeah, so that track there, that's all negative. So where's the positive coming in? It must be there. Yeah, there. So that'd be like that, and that would go underneath there with this wire onto this bit. And I believe it would have been like that. And there was probably, so I'm not quite sure what's going on at the end of here. This has come off. And this bit's actually broken off. So I'd imagine that would go there. So the question is, where would this second connector go? Because there must be a heater. It must be running a heater. I mean, this was all fused, as I recall. It's just stopped working. It'd be interesting to see if I can get it to light, but so that bit goes on there like that, and but I don't know where this other one terminates. Oh yeah, that does go on there. Yeah, that does go on there. So I'd have to connect that up. That's all broken. But this other side, I just don't know where that goes. Maybe that is terminated on the case, maybe? I don't know. It's knackered. I'm not sure that's worth messing about with too much. So what's next? Let's have a look at the connectors. Make sure the connectors are good. There's a large connector there to the display module. Is that okay? Yeah, it looks to be reasonably well seated. So I think what I need to do is, I mean, if I could find one of these modules here, these little LCD modules, and mount that in there, because that's in there like that, and this white thing acts as diffusion, but there would have been something over the back. I think there was a metal can that went across there, and possibly even to act as a reflector to bounce the light around to make it a bit more linear and smooth on the backlight. So yeah, there's some challenges, but I might be able to make that work with an LCD strip, LED strip, a bit like that. It's possible. It's possible. I need to find an RF input that I can lock onto. I'm wondering whether I should put a ZX Spectrum into there. Wow, imagine that. A little ZX Spectrum on there. Huh. That'd be cool. Alright, that's the next step then. A slightly unconventional piece of test equipment. The ZX Spectrum. Okay, well, look. Here's what it is. It works, it works. So that's now, you can probably hear that, but that's outputting a signal. So I'm going to have a look and see whether we can lock onto that. Now I couldn't see anything before, but that's now on. I'm wondering whether is that on? Yeah, that's on. If I do that again, is it possible, move it that way a bit, you see that on there? Yeah. Is it possible to move And channel 33 or 36 I think is the standard. I'd love to know what that flashing is. It's almost like a bad connection. If I do that, I can see it a little bit. It's slightly less dazzling, but you guys can't see it. I'll do that there. Maybe you see that? Yeah, kind of. I'm wondering whether there's, see that there is not bonded correctly. No, it seems to have stopped. Right, hang on a sec. I'm going to just turn that off a minute. Right, let's have a quick look at that, because I don't like the look of that. It seems to be this backplane. Oh, is that whole thing is actually not attached? Ah, no, it's there's a screw there. I think this is missing a lot of screws, and I think that's that may be partly the problem here, because there's so many screws not attached. Right, in the meantime, I'm going to turn the spectrum off because we don't need that right now. So if I do that, I think the speaker might actually be glued in. Yes, it's glued in. Right, I'm going to prise the speaker up. We don't need the speaker at the moment, and I can always put it back afterwards. I think there's a keyway there. I might be able to prise that up. So, yeah, that's a flat blade. Yeah, that's glued. There you go. So that's that. Oh, there was actually, right, there's more than that. Okay, well the ribbon cable there looks okay. It looks like it's attached correctly. But I've noticed that there's actually other pots there that you can change. Interesting. Okay. Well, at this point I don't know whether the RF signal is correct or not. I have no idea. It's all pure speculation on my part. So that is, I think that's there. Doesn't seem to be doing much now. Ah, so when I turn, oh hang on, when I turn that right down, you can see that's the tuning. Ah, that's much more visible now. You see that? That is the tuning thing. I can't see a picture underneath it, but it's interesting nonetheless. So, oh hang on, there was something there. You push that one, I think, to hold the position. Now that is fluctuating a little bit. Can we? Now I don't know whether that's right or not. So if I, lost it there. Definitely saw something going on. Oh, Has it locked onto something? It may have locked onto something. So I'll do that. Now if I unplug the Spectrum, that has made a difference. If I plug the other one in, yeah, if I plug the first one back in, the signal should be on there. Has it made a difference? I don't know. Let's see whether we can verify the output on my monitor. A monitor with 1 million connections on it. We can get that output a consistent image. Ah, that's as simple there. Oh, so how do you get the other function? Oh my goodness, it's been so long, I can't remember. Shift. Paper 2. Okay, so we got red. Good. We got red output on there. Ah, blimey. So let's see whether if I remove that and plug it into there, do we get red? We do get red. Oh my god, that's red. Look at the image there. Oh my god, that's a Spectrum. Oh my god. That's brilliant. Oh my goodness me, that is actually working. It's red. It's a flipping Spectrum. Something's wrong with this pot. Wow, I can't believe it. That is amazing. Okay, it's next to useless, but if I can repair the backlight, I don't know why it's so flaky. That signal seems quite reasonable. I mean, you know, it's very, very flickery, but it's solid enough. So if I just get it to auto tune again, I'm going to move that a bit. Is it locking? Yeah, that's locking. It was locking there, so we'll let it wipe down a bit, all the way down. Let me zoom in. Squeaky zoom. There we go. That's locked on to the signal quite well. Wow. Okay, cool. Well, it's pretty rubbish. Actually, what's weird, it looks a lot better from this angle than it does on there. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that could very well be it. I remember that if you look at it from this particular angle, it's quite a consistent image. If you look at it from the other angle, it's not so good. It's quite flickery, in fact. But from that angle, it's not too bad. Well, I mean, it's drifting a bit out, drifting a bit now. So I wonder whether that is caused by some tuning I've got to do. Let's have a go. So I don't have any. That's weird. I've got to actually look in my phone screen to help with that because I can't, from this angle I can't see it. Wow, that actually seems pretty solid now. That is amazing. Oh my god, that is absolutely amazing. You can see the bloody cursor. So if I press enter, I'm not sure what it's supposed to do actually. You can see me typing. Oh, that is awesome. I'm going to have to try and sort out a backlight for that. I'm getting excited. If I can sort out a backlight for that, I could actually make it work. That is amazing. Sorry, I just find the whole thing very exciting. I didn't think any of this was going to work ever again. Sort of weird stuff you find in the drawer. Anyway, yeah. So the next step, I'm going to find a suitable LED backlight, try and rig that up somehow, and then maybe we can have an external monitor. That is pretty good. Maybe play some video games on it, you never know. Exciting stuff. So I've got a whole load of things like this, you know, LED strip, but that's no good because that's, I mean, that's just a blaster. Fine. I mean, actually that's the right size. Well, maybe I could underrun that, maybe. But I'd need to diffuse the light somehow. But I'm sure somewhere I've got something else. Oh yes, there it is. Oh my giddy aunt. Right, now I don't know where this came from. This thing here I think is a lighting strip. I don't know. I think is it too big? It might be too big. I'm just going to turn this off a minute. Turn that off and turn the spectrum off as well. I don't know whether this is, I think this is a, yeah, well, I don't know, maybe if I modified it. I'm not even sure, well, maybe. I'm not really sure what it is. Yeah, 3.6. What is it? What is this thing? Oh! Yes, a lighting panel. Look at that. Oh my god. Taking roughly the same voltage as that. The other one was dropping like 4 volts. It's 3.6. Where the hell did that come from, that panel? Hang on. I'm really confused. It came out of something, but I can't remember what. Something with a backlight display. Let me just turn this off. This is potentially going to be a weird confluence of things if this turns out to be viable. Look at that. So that connection's a bit dicky. Wow. Look at that thing. I'm intrigued. So if I could somehow put that in there with a standoff, so it's sort of away from the back of the screen. There is that diffuser, that thing. Yeah, well actually that would be quite away from it. So we've just put that in there quite delicately. Let's turn this spectrum back on so we've got an input signal. Put that there. The RF signal goes in there. There you go. Okay, that's on. Right, so let's move that out of the way. Move it there. There it is. That's the spectrum. Oh, the wires are very dicky. Oh, that's shorting on that. Look at that spectrum. Oh my god, it's so cool. This could work. This could work. Okay, right. Well, that's the next phase. I'm going to work on that and get that buttoned up and looking nice. And it could be rescued. I don't know where that panel came from. It's obviously out of a display unit, but it's quite a small size. So it's probably part of an LCD display over the top of it. Maybe like a clock radio or a tuner for something. It's quite small, that's the thing. It's a little display, little panel, but it seems to be the right voltage. It's amazing. It's actually potentially viable. So let me just turn the spectrum off. So I'm going to have a go at reassembling that, and it actually could be a usable monitor. Obviously, monitor in the sense that it only takes RF input. So there's an external connection there for an antenna, but there's no composite video input. But hey, you know, for things that need a quick monitor for RF, it's just so cute. I love it. It's really, really cute. With the Spectrum, obviously the sound is internal, so that's not being added onto the RF modulator. So there's missing that, but that's fine. I think, you know what, it might actually work. It won't be the cleanest screen. The actual display, the actual panel is not really big enough. But then, having said that, if you look at the, I'm not sure where it's gone now. Where did I put it? Yeah. If you look at the original one, that thing was, well, I mean, that's like a point source. So it was, the light was radiating out that way, and it's kind of the same thing with that panel. So you never know. It might actually be cleaner. Certainly be lower voltage and lower power. This would have dissipated quite a bit of power. In fact, weirdly, the board looks a bit burnt. I'm not sure whether that is because of, you know, just being left on, possibly. Not sure. Well, I didn't expect that. Cool. Well, yeah. So I'll let you know how it goes. See you later. Cheers.